Hi class, this is Dr. Trong, and this is the announcement for week 2 of LDRS535. So I want to start with a quick review of week 1's main themes, and I try to sort of give you kind of the big broad strokes of what you should have gotten out of week 1. So these are kind of the 3 questions I thought covered most of the readings and the videos and also the assignment. So the first question is, what is an organization? And then from there, the Burke article talked about this idea of an organization having cyclical processes, the input, the throughput, and the output. And the idea is that an organization that is growing is always going to be trying to stop the process of entropy. And entropy is this just natural slow death process that happens for any organization. If your input is not greater than your output, then it's always going to die slowly. And the same thing with sales. And your sales have to outpace your costs, otherwise an organization or business cannot survive. So that's a big theme of what an organization is, and also there's lots of other references to organizations. Another big question is, what is systems thinking? And from here I pulled from the 2 articles, the Judge article as well as the Leon article. The Judge article talked about systems as being interacting parts with a central aim or purpose. Another way to think about systems thinking is that the whole impacts the individual parts, and then the individual parts affect the whole. So that's the idea of systems thinking. And then finally, the Leon article is about the objective of systems thinking in terms of what's the point of it. If you think about it, the point is to help the organization get to its desired future, whether it's better sales or just more prosperity or a more healthy organization. That's why you want systems thinking, is to be able to kind of understand the future of the organization. And then the last big question was, what is change leadership entails? And from the Singe, Hamilton, and Kania article, it talked about having these 3 core capabilities. The first is being able to see the large system, which is systems thinking. And the second is the idea of reflection and generative conservation. And then the third is the ability to shift to collective focus from the reactive problem solving. So these are kind of core skills to have. Along with that, the Metal article gave you 14 systems wisdom principles. The article was more of just a summary of what one of the sort of pioneers of this field, and what sort of some of the wisdom that they want to share about how you become a change leader. And then finally, from the Gilbert article, it talked about self-reflection and self-awareness as critical to an organizational renewal. So I hope that's some of the things that you got out of the reading, as well as the videos and the assignments. So let me shift gear now, talking about week 2, which is going to be diving a little deeper into what systems thinking entail. So the idea of having a balcony view perspective is important, to be able to see the big picture, and then also understand the processes involved in that. The article from last week, if you haven't had a chance to finish, I encourage you to finish those, or you can review it as well. And this week we're going to be starting part 1 of the Robert Quinn book on deep change. So that's about the first 30 pages or so of the book. Please get started on reading that. In terms of the experience it, this is going to be an exercise you'll do about sort of the process involved in an organization. So the basic exercise is that you're going to think of a process that you currently know about, whether it's in your workplace or wherever organization you're with, and then try to draw out the steps in whatever process that entails. And then you watch those videos, the Yuri walk from no to yes, and also the story stuff. And then after watching those videos, see if you can go back to your initial illustration and to add a little more details to that. see if there's any missing elements, because I think the video, especially the story stuff, it gives you new insights into how to look at the big picture. Sometimes we kind of hone in too much in an organization or process that we forget about the big picture. So that's what the activity is for this week. In terms of the discussion, you're going to basically discuss what you just did with the activity, and then you're going to write about it. In particular, there are 3 questions that you're being asked to respond to. The first is, what are the key themes that you got from the video, and in terms of the balcony perspective? And then also, how does the video and activity connect to the system's approach to thinking? And then finally, what specific scenarios or problems in your workplace can you think about that you can start applying some of these larger understanding of systems thinking? And then finally, the reminder for the week is that there's a paper called Systems Thinking and Leadership paper that will be due next week. So this is a good time to begin reviewing that assignment, to kind of look over it and see what it is asking and what you need to do to prepare for that. So I hope you will have a chance to do that. All right, that's it for me this week. If you need to reach out to me, you can contact me via the Canvas, or you can schedule a time with me. Okay, have a great week. Bye-bye.